Hi guys, so today I'm back with a, vision update. I believe I'm going into week 8 today, and I decided to do this update because I just received an update on what my old prescription was 2 years ago. So in my last video, I know I stated that whenever I went to the eye doctor 2 years ago, my prescription was like a negative 5.25 and negative 550. Well, I called the place, which was America's Best. I called them, I want to say this past Friday. And then I asked them if I can just have my old prescription for glasses. I believe the glasses and contacts prescription is different. So she wasn't able to give me a printout, but she told me that she would write it out on a card for me and leave it at the front desk. So I went and picked it up the following day. And oh yeah, so the reason why she couldn't print it out because she said the prescription was expired. But I'm grateful that she was at least able to write it out for me. And also previously, every time I would go to the eye doctor, they never told me what my prescription was. The only way I knew about the negative 5.25 and negative 550 was just the numbers that I used to see on my contact boxes. So yeah, so I guess obviously that's where that came from. And I didn't think about the fact that the prescription is different for both. So when I went to go pick up my prescription, my old prescription from 2 years ago, to my surprise, and I'm going to show this to you guys, I was actually at a negative 6. Let's see if I can get this close enough for you to see it. I'm just covering up my last name and date of birth. But I was at a negative 6 in both eyes. So I had no idea my prescription was that high. But now I know. And I was hesitant on if I was going to go ahead and get an eye exam now, but I was like, I think I'll just wait until the beginning of November or end of October to do that, because I still want to give myself a little time to continue to progress. So here's for the update. Anyway, so my eyes have still been progressively getting better each week. There are days where my vision is better, and there are days where it's not that great, And I noticed that certain things do affect my day-to-day progress. So I notice whenever I don't get enough rest, or if I'm feeling like really kind of stressed one day, that does affect my vision negatively. So on those days, it's just more challenging for me to see without my glasses. For example, last night I was up really late until about between 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning. And this morning, I still did my same routine and kept my glasses off for the first hour of being awake. However, I was able to easily tell that my vision just wasn't that great compared to other days. And so on my break from work, I came home because I get like a few hours in between my shift. I came home and took a nap for it was supposed to be an hour, but I ended up waking up when my alarm went off, and I kind of dozed back off and just allowed myself to get more rest because I felt like I needed it. And in the middle of that, I was in between sleep and awake states. I opened my eyes, and it was like my eyes were just opening and closing because I was on the verge of just awakening, but I was able to see. And to my surprise, because I have my eye chart on the left side of my bed, I was looking at my eye chart, and I was able to see, I'm probably about four feet away from it. I was able to clearly, crystal clearly see the first 2 lines of my eye chart. Now, lately, whenever I always look at it every morning just from that 4 feet away position, and I've gotten to the point where I am able to make out the letters on the chart. However, they're usually not crystal clear unless I'm doing the I guess you can call it exercise, even though it's not exercises. Unless I'm doing the thing where I'm releasing my ciliary muscle, that's when the vision becomes like kind of crystal clear. So I thought that was interesting because every time I would like kind of open and close my eyes when I was just in that really relaxed state between sleep and awake, I was able to see those lines crystal clear. And I was only focusing on the first two lines. I wasn't paying attention to the whole chart anyway. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And also, this is something I've been noticed ever since I started to work on my vision. And I believe this is because I do have astigmatism. I am seeing, along with my vision getting better, I am seeing like sometimes I see double vision whenever I don't have my glasses on and I'm looking at things. Whenever I'm practicing the active focusing, sometimes I do see the double vision and ghosted images, and sometimes sometimes it does depend on the background of whatever words or letters I'm looking at, and sometimes it just depends on just the size of the letters altogether. But mostly I would say usually it depends on the background when it comes to like ghosted images. But even when I'm looking at like reading normal text, like with a white background, black letters, sometimes I do still see the double images and ghosted images, but that doesn't affect the fact that I can still make out the words and letters. It just sometimes looks like a word superimposed over the same word, like that. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting that I have noticed. As of right now, I can't think of anything, but I will say that lately, for the past month, I've actually been using, and I don't even think I have them near me. I actually been using my old glasses from about 3 years ago. It was before I got my last prescription. So I believe those ones are probably like in the -5s. I have no idea what the actual prescription was, but I know they're lower than the last ones, the most recent ones I had. So the reason why I even started wearing those was because one day I was on the couch and my glasses, my most recent glasses that I had, which were a -6, they were about to fall. And then I hurried up and in my mind, I was trying to catch it, but I ended up smashing them in half with my hand while I was trying to stop it from falling. So those were like cracked in half. And I believe that was just a sign from God saying, you don't need these ones anymore because your vision is improving. So I've been using the old glasses, and with those old glasses from 3 years ago, which is a lesser prescription, but I have no idea what the prescription is, I'm able to see 20/20, well, I would say 20/30 with those glasses. And I say 20/30 because the eye chart I have is 20/30. And by standing 10 feet away, I'm able to clearly see down to the last line and probably honestly beyond that, but I have no proof of beyond that because the last line is 20/30. But I'm able to see things really clearly, and I noticed that sometimes with those glasses, like it never gives me headaches. However, sometimes my eyes feel a little overwhelmed after wearing them for a period of time, and I do a lot of driving for the job that I have, so I don't know if it has anything to do with me just focusing on the road so much, plus having the glasses on, but I always take my glasses off anytime I get a chance to. Like whenever I'm driving in my my apartment complex, I immediately take my glasses off whenever I first enter. Only really during the daytime, because at nighttime it is a little more challenging for me to see without my glasses. And I drive to my apartment for those few minutes with no glasses on, and I'm able to clearly see the road. I'm able to clearly see the markings whenever it's time for me to park. I'm able to see cars, they become clearer as they are closer to me, but they're clear enough to see to where I'm not a danger to somebody else. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it at all. I'm able to see the headlights if they're making turn signals, and I will admit, and this may be dangerous, I don't recommend anybody else to do this, but there has been 2 times that I have driven to work without my glasses on, and it was simply because I felt comfortable enough to do it. It was broad daylight, really bright outside, and on those specific days, my vision felt like really good. I was able to see everything that I just said. I was able to see clear enough. I can see people, however, from a distance, I can only see the shape of their bodies and the color of clothes they have on, things like that. But I'm able to clearly see to the point where I'm not going to harm anyone. I don't do this often at all. However, on those specific days, I felt confident enough to do so. I don't recommend anybody else do it, but this is me. This is my life. I can do what I want. Please do not judge me. And that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And I hope that everyone has a beautiful day.